Hello and welcome back. Thanks for joining me, Musician on a Motorbike. This is the first in a new series that I want to introduce, titled A Thought from the Saddle. Basically, I want to just share a thought for the day. I've got a number of thoughts and I thought I'd just share them with you. Be interested in your reflections on each of the titles to see what you think. This is all part of the new format that I'm doing to help sustain the channel. Main aim is to keep them short and not plan too much in the editing process or in the preparation process. So today, day one. My thought from the saddle today is why I think every bike is a winter bike. Yes, we're here in winter, and I've read a lot on various forums, Facebook groups, people saying they've got their bike wrapped up safely for the winter. But I often question why. When we have nice days and you've got good clothing and things that can keep you warm, why do people feel that they have to put their bikes away? I personally believe that every bike works in winter if you treat the ride as an experience. Now don't get me wrong, I'm not saying we should all go out when it's snow and frosty or even in torrential rain. If you get caught in rain, that's one thing, but you don't intentionally go out. What I'm really saying is that I think if you really get as much pleasure from riding as I believe many of us do, why we think that we need a specific type of bike for winter, or why we just wrap up the bike we have as though it's some sort of precious material cultural representation of a religion. It's not. I often think and reflect on horses, and actually I remember reading many years ago, I've looked up the quote, couldn't find it anywhere, but I remember them saying that they treat the horse as though it's just worth a guinea on the battlefield, but they treat it like it's worth £1 million in the stable, and when it's not. And I think bikes are a bit like that. There's pleasure in riding, and there's pleasure in caring for it. Now, I've had many people in conversations say things like, oh, salt's all over the road and salt will kill the bike. It's almost like the bike's made of ice, and the first sign of sun it's just going to melt and you're going to lose the whole thing. Or at the flick of the first speck of salt, the thing's going to rust and you're going to have no bike at the end of the ride. I mean, I'm exaggerating slightly, but the point is, I think that's a bit crazy. If you ride, chances are, at the moment in the UK, it's between 6 and 9 degrees. I haven't seen any salt trucks out, so there isn't actually any salt on the road. There's mud and there's water, and yes, of course you've got to wash it. Now when it gets really cold, then you'll see the salt on the road. And yes, what do? Well, you clean it, you wash it. We have anti-corrosion sprays and all those kind of things. So what about the type of bike? Well, we often hear about blacked out engines and blacked out wheels and all of that kind of good stuff. We have adventure bikes that we think those are the kind of bikes, well, that we need for winter, sorry. Well, here I am on my lovely classic 650, which on the ranking is probably the least winter friendly bike, and yet here I am enjoying the cold and the wet and the glorious winter sun that's just glistening through those trees and reflecting off the fields. It's a special moment. Now what I'll do is either today or tomorrow or in a day or two's time, I will give my bike a wash. I'll almost get as much pleasure from that, and I'll make sure that the chain is lubricated. But really, I don't think there is such thing as a winter bike. I think every bike can be a winter bike. Now don't get me wrong again, if you have multiple bikes, there might be one bike that you use for winter. But I think most of us, and I mean the majority, and I don't know what the statistics are, someone might know this and prove me wrong, but I think most of us only have one bike. And I've intentionally stuck to one bike for a variety of reasons. I know I've toyed with the idea of getting a second one in the past, but really, I think if you have one bike, use it and enjoy it and get the most out of it. What do you think? Are you someone who likes to wrap up their bike safely, tyres pumped up, tank full, covered in anti-corrosion while it's nice and warm in your local garage? Or are you someone that just rides it and enjoys it all year round? Let me know in the comments. Thanks for joining me, Musician on a Motorbike.